The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane, Chapter 28, written and read by Justin Kim. Edward, it has been a long time he was called by its name. After the miserable and lamentable years without Abilene, his hope that he made in Lucius Clark's store had finally become true. Abilene, Edward thought. Abilene stood constantly holding Edward by her hand. Edward felt warmth flooding in his whole body. Edward, she whispered. Abilene, Edward whispered back. They both stared at each other. Mommy, what are you doing? Do you know him? Maggie asked with curiosity on her face. Oh, well, it's a long story, dear. Do you want to hold him? Yes, replied Maggie. She cradled Edward in her arm and looked into his eyes. She had black hair just like Abilene. Edward felt the love covering his hard china heart. He remembered Sarah Ruth. He's lovely, said Maggie. Do you want him? Asked Abilene. Yes, Mommy, answered Maggie. Me too, said Abilene, smiling. Lucius Clark was smiling too. Oh, wonderful! I was getting worried because of the rabbit. It was on the shelf for years and years. My pleasure, my pleasure, my... It is Edward, said Maggie, sternly holding tight on Edward. Oh, my bad, young madam. Please take my apology, said Lucius Clark, who bowed down to Maggie until his head was an inch away from the table. The rain stopped and the ground was soaked in rain, but Abilene and Maggie Tulane didn't care. They danced through the green meadow. Both Abilene and Maggie were smiling. Edward remembered traveling with Boo and Lucy. He was loved. Even though he had left the ones who had loved him, he was loved. After his head broke into 21 pieces, he had seen his owners telling him not to leave again. This meant he was loved. They danced and danced until it was sunset. By the time the green meadow was all dried up. Do you want to lie down? Asked Abilene, panting, but in excitement. Yes, Mommy, answered Maggie. Together, they all lie down on the soft grass. Maggie, when I was young like you, no, bit older, I had a doll which I loved the most, said Abilene. You were a girl? Asked Maggie, surprised. Yes, I was. Then one day, I lost that doll. I was terrified. Wait a minute, I know this story, thought Edward. Time passed and passed, and I got you, Maggie, said Abilene, smiling. Yeah, so? Said Maggie, puzzled. Then one day, when I went into the doll maker's shop, I found a doll that I lost. She looked at Edward. And his name was Edward, who is the one that you're holding right now. That night, Edward sleeps with Maggie. Edward was pleased. Then around midnight, Abilene came in. She sat down carefully on the bed. Then she whispered in his ears, Edward, I have missed you so much. I love you. Then she put Edward's old pocket watch on Edward's wrist, and she went out. His pocket watch went tick-tock, tick-tock. Edward remembered his owners' names. He started from Abilene, Nellie, Lawrence, Boo, Lucy, Sarah Ruth, Bryce, and Maggie. He stared outside the window. He looked at the constellation in the sky. He imagined his owner's face between the constellations. Edward Tulane was happy.